My daughter was up here, and it's always children first, isn't it? All parents want to see their children before them. So Neha was at the last, what was it, convocation? Convocation when she was invited to come and address the gathering. So I feel very privileged, Neeraj. I will call him Neeraj. It's Mr. Batra for you. Before I say what I have to, what I've kind of prepared, I want to speak from my heart. There's no better place than infinity. And I'll tell you why. You know, I've been a teacher all my life. I don't even say principal because principals are administrators and teachers, the core of teaching has to be there, like Mr. Batra said. You have to be passionate about it. And strangely, when I completed my 15 years at the Shri School, which was about 6 years back, I was given a felicitation by our chairperson, Mrs. Bharatram. And I didn't know because I'm the oldest or the senior most creepy crawly across the 3 campuses. There is nobody who's been there before me. No bhaiya, no didi, no support staff, no manager, nobody. So it's typically, it's just everything would stop at me and say, now what? What's new? What do we have to do? What's going to be the system? What's going to be the policy for the school? And I was completing 15 years and I can walk up and say, look, I'm the senior most, it's 15 years landmark. We'd always thought when somebody completes 15 years, we must celebrate. How could I go up to the chair and say, I've completed 15, what are you going to do about it? So I was all quiet on Founders Day, which is around the corner for us on the 18th of July. And I was all quiet and prepared the children and invited the parents and did all of that. And wanted to felicitate teachers who had been there for 10 years. And suddenly out of the blue, my name was called out. And you know, even after 25 years, you feel a trifle nervous when you walk up on stage, okay? So I walked up, went up on stage, and the lady who was like the young lady here, Kritika, what was her name? Kritika, yes, got it right. I'm good with names. Been handling thousands of children for so many years now. And they said, you know, we'd like to felicitate you, and they gave me that many books and a lovely garland, and I love books. So I walked up, my speech wasn't ready, I wasn't ready, and I just said, how can you sort of acknowledge me or pay me, and they give me a little sort of coin, which is traditional at the Shri School. We get a little gold coin which says Shri, right? And a red ribbon. And I said, why do I get all that? Because I shouldn't be getting paid for what I do because I love what I do. There is a spring in my step when I walk into my school, into my job place where I work. So why should I be getting, you know, it was just, that moment was so beautiful that it just stayed with me. And I said, I love what I do. Why don't I need to get paid? This is bonus. Because you spend all your time in the company of children, you spend all your time planning, mentoring, guiding, advising, meeting parents, you know, creating citizens of tomorrow. And you get paid for it, wow. Right? That's what infinity did to my daughter. Home did a little bit, okay? Young rebels we have, students of today, which is wonderful actually. School did a lot. The Shri School she went to, very naturally. LSR did a huge amount, but nobody did what Infinity did. And I'm not saying this because Neeraj is a friend. Everyone's my friend at LSR and at the Shri School. Okay? What Infinity did to Neha was, it just rounded her off completely. Fabulous mentors. Surabhi, Nitin, Neeraj, Mrs. Batra, fabulous mentors. I don't know what they do, but they do something right. Okay? So on that note, a little bit about myself. Morning, that's what I just shared. It's an honor and a privilege to stand before you today and welcome you to this amazing community. I come here today both as an educationist and an ex-parent of an alumni. So I guess being a parent comes first to all of us here in this room. So here I am going to spend some time to first discuss my daughter, Neha. Neha, like most of you, was a young rebel when she came to Infinity, thinking she was cut out to be a 20-something filmmaker. She would spend many a days dreaming of the days of endless cups of chai, dirty jholas, endless conversations on feminism, to masala Bollywood gossip. So I think when she must have sat here like you are today, she must have been feeling a million different emotions, asking herself a million different questions. Did I make the right choice? Is this worth the sacrifices I have made to get here? She always wanted to be a theatre buff and a filmmaker. I asked her the same question. I said, I'm going back to your bus, to your school. What do you think? What do you think is going to race through the students' minds as I speak to them? And was it worth it, all the sacrifices that you made? And she took a moment, bothered to look up from her laptop, and that is a big deal in today's time, right? Right? Okay. She says, yeah, absolutely. She said it was worth it and much more. And that gave me the confidence to come here, drove up here today. What did Infinity give me her? Mr. Batra said a lot of things, but I'd like to tell you from a parent's point of view and from her point of view. Infinity gave me her relentless passion to want to excel. It taught her courage. When she walked in as an English grad from Lady Shri College to a welcoming management team, showed her fear. You'll remember that one, Nitin, in the form of many zeros in accounts. She had no background in accounts. So if any of you, how many of you don't have too much background in accounts? So don't worry, she had so many zeros all the time, but these guys just held her hand and helped her take that first step. So with those fears, it instilled in her faith and belief in a system that would nurtured her, it is going to nurture you, and to pretend that you know it all. After all, you are graduates who have come here. Presently, Neha is working at PepsiCo as a brand manager. It's only been 2.5 years since she left the portals of this campus. Of InBus campus was another place at that time. She got her placement straight from college. And apart from that fact that I hardly get to see her, I know she's very, very happy where she is. She's done really well, and I think the confidence that she had the confidence, but it gave her double confidence just to be able to excel. She's had 2 fabulous leaps in the 2.5 years, only because of the work that she does, because she's passionate. Make the most of these 2 years, students. A couple of things that you just need to remember. Be open. I know that most of you have arrived knowing exactly what you want to study and intend to stay focused on the topic. I think that's great. But I also encourage you to be open to new ideas, experiences, and directions. You're learning from the greatest in the field, and with the best and the brightest surrounding you with people like Ajay on the board. You will undoubtedly be challenged to think about new topics and view old topics in a new way. You never know when something might pique your interest. So always be open to new things. Make friends. My daughter's made some of the best friends here. And sometimes as a parent I feel, when are you going to meet your school gang? When are you going to meet your college gang? But it's the InBus gang, and you know that, right? How close they are. They were always teaching her stats in my living room all the time. I had these boys and girls over teaching her stats, desperately trying to teach her accounts. So make friends. The community of friends and faculty you will find here is like no other. Every day learn from professors and the peers and feel supported by an amazing group of mentors and colleagues. When milestones are accomplished, there is always someone to celebrate with. When it's time for your professional presentations or your oral exams or even the job talk, there will be endless number of people willing to spend as many hours as you need at InBus, listening to you when you practice, providing you with frank feedback, helping you fight with your bullets in PowerPoint too. Believe me, they even do that. Look around you. The people sitting in this room will be your friends, your colleagues, and most importantly, your stats partners. I'm hung up on stats and accounts because that was the bane of her life, but she did very well. Don't hesitate to call upon them when you need them, all your friends here, personally or professionally. They will be your best source of support, and they will help you make the most of your experiences here. The relationships that you develop here with the faculty, the staff, and the students will also help you build your careers. You're all here because you want to become the movers and shakers of the future. I urge you to make this happen by meeting new people, tapping into new resources, and actively being a part of the Infinity community. The benefits will follow you forever. Lastly, as an educationist, all I can say is share your knowledge and skills. Don't keep them to yourself. It doesn't work. Challenge yourself and your peers on a daily basis. Embrace one another's passions, absorb everything, and above all, have a lot of fun. God bless.